Hey, how you doing, everybody? Bill Hoy here. What in the world is going on? One YouTube channel. Just talking about this coronavirus. Urging people to look into this. Urging people to, try to be, disciplined, and once again, try to think about the fact that, of course, I'll speak for myself. I don't want to, catch this, but at the same time, I don't want to spread this to others, even if I'm asymptomatic. And we should try to limit our exposure. And I'll tell you, man, it really saddens me, this whole thing, because our local businesses are suffering really bad, and I feel so bad. So many people are going to suffer because of this, and that's why I'm looking into this stuff, not because I really like getting inside the box, because folks, really, when it comes all down to it, we're living on a slave planet. I mean, the belief in government is just completely binding all of us and keeping us from achieving true freedom and achieving the level of consciousness that we humans can achieve. I mean, that's the bottom line. But I'm just gonna talk a little bit about this. Probably this will be, the last video I do on this, maybe. But I was in the last video I wanted to get to the whole idea of possibly how this could have been spread. And once again, this is JamesLyonsWeiler.com. This is his article about COVID-19 wasn't a bioweapon, basically. Clear evidence it's not a bioweapon. But here it is. Here's what I wanted to talk about. He lists some sources too. I'm going to look into these sources. He lists some references. So it's likely that B coronaviruses have been infecting humans for tens. Yes. I mean, yes. That's what I've heard. These coronaviruses have been out for a very long time, naturally. Apparently, maybe, in some, I don't know. Coronavirus, the chances that we've all been infected by coronavirus is very high. We've all had coronaviruses. So what's different now? On December 1st, this is from the article, new national vaccine law went into effect. This is in quotes. China is to implement a state immunization program, and residents living within the territory of China are legally obligated to be vaccinated with immunization program vaccines. Legally obligated to be vaccinated. How about that? You want to move to China? All you Americans that think China's so wonderful, and I'm not referring to Americans that are of Chinese descent. I'm referring to mainly all these Anglo-Saxon, American haters, American government haters, capitalism haters. Let's China, look at the wonderful things China's doing. Here you go. Here's one of the wonderful things China's doing. Legally obligating people to be vaccinated. You want to move to China? Go ahead, pal. I mean, of course, I wanted to do a little video on that because I know a lot of people who constantly are cheerleaders for China, and I'm not talking about, once again, China, Americans of Chinese descent. I'm talking about like Anglo-Saxons. And you know, I always just tell them, well, you want to live in China, go live in China. But of course, now with this coronavirus thing, now no one wants to live in China. But well, I don't know. I don't know about that. But, legally obligated to be vaccinated. So once again, let me get back on the topic here. On December 1st, vaccine law went into effect. Everyone had to be vaccinated. Provided by government free of charge. Hey, you don't have to pay for it. That's nice. Isn't that great? Local governments and parents or other guardians of children must ensure that children be vaccinated. That's wonderful. So, what am I getting to? December 1st, vaccine law went into effect. People were mandatory. It was mandatory that people had to get this vaccine. And the first reported case of coronavirus was on December 1st. Something to look into. Something to look into. Maybe that's what we're talking about here. Maybe it came through the vaccine. That's very possible. Once again, look into the measles vaccines. A lot of people were getting a grade of measles. Some type. I'm not. Look, folks. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a virologist, or I don't know what it's called. Somebody who studies viruses, I guess. But I'm an independent researcher, and I try to go my best by the research. And I was convinced. I was convinced. I thought the evidence was there that this was definitely created in a lab, but doesn't seem like that's the case. But something's not right about this, and I'll go to administration. Let's ban on making viruses. I just want to note this. This is interesting. It's not coming up. Trump administration lifts ban on making viruses more lethal. Beautiful. What's the source? What is the source? I don't know what the source is. It says by Anna Malek. That's what it says. Let me see the source here. You could get this from multiple sources, folks. Yep, and so Donald Trump, once again, Donald Trump's just a player, just a puppet in a play, man. I mean, all these politicians, it's all about the players behind the curtain, man. These politicians are just actors in a play. They're actors in a play, just playing their part. That's all. That's all. I don't even like talking about this stuff, folks, because this is all about us, and government rules over us because we believe in it and we allow it to. And what is government? Government is a belief system, and it's also who is government? Who is doing all these bad things all around the world? Well, it's our children, our parents, our siblings, siblings or children. Siblings, brothers and sisters, grandparents, friends, neighbors. It's us. We're the ones who participate in this system. We're the one who carry it out. Some of us do much more than others. We're the ones, our children join the military. Our children join these police forces. We do. This is us. This is us. So let's just want to make that clear. And I'm not a cheerleader for any of these politicians. I don't even like talking about them. But once again, going back to this, like I said, Trump administration lifts ban on making viruses more lethal. And so Government's commitment under Trump administration to developing even more of those weapons with seemingly no regard for their potential to destroy humanity. They were talking about nuclear weapons. This was from 2018, February 5th, 2018. The administration's latest move in a direction, I'm quoting the article, the administration's latest move in a direction of destruction is surprisingly, but just as unsettling. The federal ban on making deadly viruses will be lifted in the name of research. Beautiful. That's just wonderful. Good old research. Do the benefits justify the risks? Researching infectious diseases and, individuals with nefarious motives in charge of this? Boy. So, I just wanted to, look at this. I just wanted to make a note of this. I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is, look into this for yourself. Come to your own conclusion. Because I don't know. I really don't know what to say about all this. It's just something's rotten, and I really just can't completely put my finger on it. I think there's nefarious actions and motives here, and I think that whether I really don't care if this was accidentally released or whatever, or we released through a vaccine. I mean, whatever someone's intentions are really doesn't matter. When you release a disease on people, if that's what happened, that's immoral. I don't care what your intentions are. So this is really interesting, quoting the article. Some of the efforts that were halted included attempts to make the flu virus that was prior to the release of this moratorium. Those causing MERS, and those causing SARS, some of the efforts were halted. Those causing these diseases, making them more dangerous. Some of the efforts were halted, but I guess now that's not halted anymore. That's the latest green light could apply to projects like an attempt to create an Ebola virus transmissible through the air. Beautiful. That's just great. That's just great. Just great. Why not? What the hell? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Same year, the National Institute of Health also found a supply of smallpox sitting in a freezer that had been forgotten for 50 years. Hey, we forgot we had smallpox in there. Okay. Here's a great quote from the question from the author, saying, "How about we accept our humanity and leave it all alone?" That'd be a good idea. I mean, look, I'm not completely against research to try to, help develop remedies for diseases that are killing people, but I mean, this is just insane. I don't know. This is a comment, but remember, regulation is evil. Not really quite understand. Trump and his colleagues are so convinced of this fact. Oh, right. This is a cheap shot against the Trump administration. Trump and his colleagues are so convinced of this fact that they're willing to put millions of lives at risk. Once again, Donald Trump doesn't. Folks, Donald Trump's not in some military lab, either creating diseases or working with diseases or trying to find ways to infect the population. Okay, these order followers are doing this. These order followers are working in these labs. These order followers are messing around with these deadly diseases and making them potentially capable to be used as weapons and stuff like that, or as research for vaccines and stuff like that, and it's these order followers. It's your neighbor. It's You know, it's our family members doing this. This is us. All this blame Trump, blame Obama, blame Bush, blame Hillary Clinton. I mean, yeah, they're immoral people, but we're the ones that carried us out. We Americans are the ones. I mean, I'll just speak for America. I mean, it is worldwide. Order following is worldwide. It's not just here in America. But I mean, we're the ones carrying us out. We're the ones doing this to ourselves. We're doing this to ourselves. It's sad. So I don't know. I might come out with another video about this, but I'm really just done with this, man. I'm just trying to stay as healthy as I can. Trying to eat this plant-based diet. Trying to limit my exposure. I feel so bad for all these businesses that are going to hurt. It's terrible. But that's all for now.